Another thing in your book I found fascinating is the MOVE model. The MOVE model. What's that MOVE model about?
Thanks, Marshall. That's all about finding your winning moves, MOVE. So we created an acronym around this. It's a framework or a set of frameworks. It's actually going to help you do real-time leadership or engage and affect change as a leader. And basically, when you think about this, all the other things are moot unless you actually get something done. So we talk about how you send the right leadership signals so that you can not only empower your team, but your entire organization by letting them know what your intent is. Where are we going? Why are we going there? How are we going to know whether we're winning along the way? So that's basically the model, MOVE.
I like it. In this MOVE model, would any element of the model you'd like to elaborate on?
So this started with one client I had, Max, and Max was the COO of a media company, and the CEO, former peer, is now his boss, and things were wonderful until they weren't. And so after a few months, she became essentially tyrannical, micromanaging. She even took some of his resources for a special project. So this is now our session. And he is leaning in hard. And he's like really angry with her. And he's saying, now, at the end of the day, only time I can see her because my partner is waiting for me with a martini because I'm impossible. So we talked, and then I'm catching his energy. And then he goes, and then we have this conversation, and then she starts confiding in me, and I'm thinking, what a sociopathic thing to do. And just as I'm about to go that way, I went, you've caught it, you're leaning in, Carol, lean back. So then we go to the data. I said, so let's wait a minute. What's the overview? What do you think is going on? It's behind this. And, the sort of obvious that the board was being incredibly difficult with her, et cetera, et cetera. So that was leaning in first, then leaning back. Then I went to don't lean, which is, I was a little scared to ask this question, actually. So I'm there, and I'm remembering that he kind of always gets what he wants anyway. So I'm like, Max, kind of always get what you want anyway, so why is this even bothering you? And happily, other than being offended, he's like, that's right, why is that bothering you? But I could still tell he wasn't settled for this meeting he was going to have with her. So then I tried the thinking with lean with. So I said, what would it be like if your entire goal in this meeting was for her to feel better at the end of the meeting? And it was just like, that's it. And then he remembered, that's right, we've been friends, and she's under, and it just changed their relationship. But in any situation, it could be right to lean in or lean back, not lean or lean with, but all those choices need to be in your repertoire, and that's agility.